I just wanted to make a quick video here because, you know, I was telling you a little earlier, you know, like I'd known about this band, the band Nelson, you know, from California, the identical twin brothers, and that I had met the drummer. You know, it had no significance other than during that time back in the early 80s when I met the drummer for Nelson, Bobby Brock, at a drum shop theater there at the drum shop there on Highway 59 and Chimney Rock out there before it just like wherever it went when I got back to this area. But anyway, it's kind of like a C.A. Nelson auditorium issue. There seems to be somehow, like with all this connection like thrown at me for some reason. It's in my mind, in my memory. You know, that reflects some kind of connectivity between Phillips, Craig, and Dean thing about the I'll stand in awe with you, Jesus, or whatever the song is. Anyway, I don't have all this time for this. I'm going to jump right into it. But anyway, yeah, I had recorded 3 songs, as a matter of fact, on the Nelson's Greatest Hit CD. I just got it today, and I hadn't really like listened to it. Really, the Wholehearted song is like really the one I was looking for in the other 3 that I have. But the Wholehearted song is like the one. You know, it's kind of like when I noticed that when like a lot of bands that I had played were like only like that specific time and duration when they were like here in Houston with like one song on a specific CD that was only like available here when that available was here. And it's kind of like it's like really hard to find certain songs that are like the one song hit like in this area on certain CDs. It's kind of like really kind of hard, and right now it seems to be that way with the Nelson Wholehearted song. So, but anyway, like I had recorded some video recording here of it, and it's like the last 3 that I had. I only practiced 2 or 3, but likewise there's another deal that was the Jesus in Disguise song. It's kind of like I started looking on YouTube involving I think it's the oh God. Anyway, yeah, Jesus in Disguise with the Brandon Heath. Yeah, you know, it's kind of like I was listening to that and the Lincoln Brewster song, the O2 Oxygen CD with the song on it there. But anyway, I'm not going to spend any much more time on that. But anyway, what I mean is for now. But anyway, likewise, the Brandon Heath song, Jesus in the Sky, like really caught my attention, as well as that You Put the Light in Me thing. It's kind of like I listen to a lot of songs, you know, and I listen to it. It's kind of like sometimes I just listen for the music and the drums, the lead. It's like my main attraction, other than like my normal range and octave scale of what I personally sing is like, you know, like I'm really ready to get into my original music to begin with, but it's been like a long thing about like getting to this point really. But anyway, yeah. So like I had recorded some of that, and I sent it to you, as a matter of fact. And today I used your email address, okay? And it accepted one of these songs, but the only deal of it is that the Google file is like immediately like recognizable to me. But I had to like dig it up through another file that I had transferred it to, as a matter of fact, on my phone as an archive file, and it's not categorized or listed or identified as the same chronological issue for some reason. But anyway, whatever the case may be, it's kind of like I'm not sure if I actually got the song that I intended to send you on your email, although I did send you one, and it was about I don't know how many megabytes it was, but it was like about a 4.5, maybe even a 5-minute song that I got in there. And I don't know what the deal is. I've called, you know, my phone, my data provider and all that, and you know, I kind of like go on and on and on about, you know, what's the issue about the limit on attaching files, whether it be like in a video format or whatever the case may be, being, you know, predominantly like audio production, okay, and video. It's kind of like, it's really like really making me mad. But you know, anyway, yeah, I just wanted to send this to you to see if it's going to be the same issue, or if it's kind of like total thing about it. You know, I have my range that I intend to use for like communications. As far as like when I decide to have auditions, like would be a normal standard for like, if you want to call it, not necessarily copy or, you know, the deal is that using references for the broad range of scale that I use for my drumming, especially the drumming and singing, you know, it's like just an automatic preference that, you know, will eliminate a lot of time and processing when the actual auditions like take place. So I use those, and that's what I'm doing right now, is making a portfolio video file of like, you know, a good range. I mean, you know, like really, I can like do more than 3,000 songs. I mean, seriously, without a problem. I mean, like it's almost virtually automatic. But you know, I focus on 1,500. You know, somewhere in there, but at randomly, you know, like in a blink of an eye within a whole note. If I don't remember it, I'll know it by like maybe the end of the one whole note kind of thing, like where it's going already. And I'm that way really with like virtually any new song I hear. Normally I can like hear one whole note and I almost automatically, I've done so many songs, so like I automatically know where it's going to go. Unless it's something like really like I normally listen to and find something like really new, like I'm working on the Voyager V CD as well, like Dream Theater's kind of like, it's always like a Dream Theater thing, because it's kind of like a, yeah, there's a lot of bands that are like that I'm actually finding, yet not categorized, or if you want to call it generic, like Christian progressive heavy metal, hard pop, punk rock, which is basically what my original music's going to be anyway. I have like 13 songs that are written, but like when I'm writing them, it's not like I'm actually, you know, worried about what kind of category or genre that it would actually be. Although modifying it from that point and turning what I would like come naturally to me, sometimes isn't always like a extremely hard or a ballad type of harmonic issue. It need to be composed and like worked and arranged and like, you know, work it into that. But sometimes some songs that I write, it's like an automatic range that I did like as a child, you know, that caught my attention. That was an automatic singing issue, not necessarily a drum as a drummer issue or anything other than that. But yeah, I just want to see the length of video that maybe I can get to you in that sense, just to see that. As a matter of fact, what you're seeing on me right now is a special effect lighting that I already had up here for my drums, like right behind me here. And I just got another one just like it on the opposite side, going a different direction. Like when I get into the synthesizer, if I decide to, it's like an automatic deal, natural. It's kind of like a natural deal with me on the synthesizing keyboards that I'm truthfully going to do, but it's kind of like I prefer like getting into the rhythm and the lead to as automatic with like anything I hear, and automatically be able to like copy it and like do it like I taught myself with the drums. Okay, I can, you know, I'll start off with the finger taps, and it's like, you know, it gets better and better real quick, but you know, it's kind of like the strumming on my leads and rhythm on my drumsticks, you know, just doing it just to get the count and all that, all the songs that I'm going to do, like when I really get into the guitar. It's kind of like, you know, everyone knows it's going to be like a whole new different ball game. And what I mean by that is like, you know, I've already done it before with the guitar, with the rhythm and the lead. And I mean, I guess it's just the price that most, you know, musicians pay, that when they like decide they're going to like seriously be the best at it. You know, like I used to put like 16-hour days, like, you know, 3 or 4 days, nights in a row on a weekend whenever that was possible. And, you know, I mean, it'd be like all day and night for like, you know, a solid like 2.5, 3 days, you know. So, but like anyway, it'll probably be the same thing with like blistering and possibly even before it gets calloused and like all that, you know, natural touch force beyond the force, you know, learning the frets and the scale and all that. Yeah, I already know. So like when my fingers are gonna like probably blister and bleed when I get serious, but until it's like no longer like a forced issue, it's kind of like a automatic, you know, reactive like reflex and like a natural touch, not a forced like impression like on the finger after it's there. But anyway, yeah, I want to make this. This is about already going about 8.5 minutes right now, and I don't know what the deal is with the deal, but I'm gonna need a phone that can send video as an attachment file. That can be like, you know, not an issue of like a limit or some sort of software engineering that places a limit on what I use. As a matter of fact, I've sent several videos of myself on the drums. I haven't really done any yet of me singing, but you know, whatever. You know, my thing is that I have my vocal harmonic signal processor to my wireless microphones, and going to another signal processor, a Behringer 2496. It's a multiple signal processing, multi-effects signal processor that has like a compressor, an EQ, a spectrum analyzer. It also has a waveform parametric signal processor that can actually customize the waveform based upon whatever the preference is. I've never really got into that part about it. Although it is like, you know, like not the idiocy of me like not knowing what it's supposed to do. And the thing of it is that I may have accidentally touched some like manufacturer default settings that may have changed certain issues. Like I was setting up my my microphone. I have like a 2 wireless headphone microphone headsets connected through my Voice Harmonic Guild and into the Behringer 2496, which is like a multiple, I think it's like 5 or 6 like multiple effects signal processors combined in one, plus the spectrum analyzer, right? So I mean, I was like playing with it. The instructions don't even provide really what's needed. I mean, it's just not there, right? So in any case, like what I'm getting into should be in the owner's manual, really. But I mean, automatically, even when I call the manufacturer, what I talk about to them, it's kind of like, it's like they're not even prepared. It's kind of like, how could you not? I mean, like, are you not the like world history, like live current affair that like you waited your whole life, like to ask yourself, like, are you supposed to know like why I'm calling? Like, well, how could you not at this point, right? So anyway, it's kind of like I'm like throwing all this stuff at them because it's like it would be an automatic normal connectivity issue. I mean, it's like, you know, it's just like an everyday thing. It's like no big deal, you know. But it's like all this stuff is like being thrown at me in such a way. It's kind of like making me think about things that normally I wouldn't normally have to, and truthfully haven't before. Okay, but now it seems to be the issue of me having it all the time as my equipment, not someone else's, and like not even worry about it because it's like not my responsibility. Well, now it is, kind of thing, you know. So anyway, like I'm still like getting into looking for the 32 channel mixing board, the Yamaha 32. I think it's the MGPX 32X 32 channel mixing board with the 24 phantom powered XLR inputs, as well as the combination between the 1/4 inch IOs and the just the input between the XLR and the 1/4 inch, like mono, or you know, whatever preference, if it need to be stereo. I mean, if that's really going to change the effect, and possibly so, based upon, I guess, if you want to call it, you know, that. But yeah, whatever, you know. I think it's more as an output sometimes with the stereo 1/4 inch as compared to the input being a mono. I mean, it's basically virtually the same effect, you know. Of course, maybe I need to, like, you know, update myself with the facts, but anyway. Yeah, so anyway, hopefully I'll be able to get, you know, but ultimately I'm probably going to end up getting probably close to I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the 48 channel mixing board with probably, I think maybe 32 XLR 1/4 inch IO, 1/4 inch input, phantom powered microphone inputs. Because like right now in my drums, I'm going to have like right at 24 microphones on my drum set alone. I mean, I'm having my cymbals, my toms, my percussive, like my hi-hat my hi-hat tambourine, my special effects bell, my cowbell, and there's other issues, and I'm getting some more cymbals. I mean, you know, I mean, ultimately I have like a 15-piece drum set alone, plus the cymbals. I mean, you know, I got close to like 30-piece drum set with like combined special effects, cymbals, and toms, and like accessories, not including my seat and while I'm prompting my ass thing, right? Well, anyway, yeah, in any case, so I'm trying to get to a point where I can seriously get to where I'm actually recording and get this place like soundproof, you know. Any case, yeah, it would be great. So yeah, I'm trying to get this place set up, okay? So anyway, I'm trying to like you know, look good and feel good, you know, man. You know, like, hey, like, okay, you know, so, okay. Like, is the lighting? Do I need some makeup, you know? Yeah, no, yeah. Okay, so anyway, yeah, in any case, yeah, truthfully so, but anyway, yeah. Anyway, maybe I might need to do some sit-ups before I sit on my ass, right? So anyway, yeah, that might be something that would be, you know, I got that exercise room all set up. It's kind of like, I'm ready to do it, really. Why it hadn't happened other than like setting it up and moving it from one room to another and arranging it and organizing it, yeah. But yeah, I'm like to that point, so hopefully I'll get all this like thing about getting it all pumped out like I had before. It's kind of like, you know, there was a time I was at a particular place that, like, I mean, I was like going to do nothing else but like look at the wall kind of thing, you know. And I said, man, I'm not just going to just like sit there and sit like, you know, I'm thinking I'm not just going to sit here and kind of like do nothing kind of thing, you know. So I started doing sit-ups and push-ups, and I started off like right around, I mean, like 5 at a time. It was kind of like really, but ultimately towards like the end of like a month and a half, about 6 weeks, I mean, really seriously, I got it to like 1,500 push-ups and 1,500 sit-ups a day. A total amount of like 3,000 reps a day. I mean, before dawn, you know, I was waking up to eat breakfast, and then I mean, I was doing it all day long, writing, studying, looking at the the architecture and like comparing to like computer architecture for real, right? And platforms and all that stuff about the telepathic blueprint, you know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, yeah, so this is like going on 15 minutes, and it's probably like way longer than hopefully, you know, hopefully it's just my phone. I'm probably going to get another phone. It's not going to be the issue of like, you know, it's kind of like I've already contacted several places, including like Air One, 103.7 FM radio, right? And I've sent them like, you know, several videos, you know, I've called them like many times, kind of like, hey man, what is the deal like with the network, you know? It's kind of like, I mean, you know, it's kind of like I've sit here and looked at this television, it's like, you know, it's like an automatic, what is that, an endorsement at the bank, a K television? It's like chapter 11, I mean, you know, really, man, this shit been like foreclosing on me my entire life, like, well, this is still good, man, you know? You gotta be kidding me, right? So I'm like, you know, you got to be freaking kidding me, right? So, anyway, yeah. So I'm like really kind of not in a good mood about that, like idiocy, right? It seems to last like, you know, decades and hundreds of years for like other generations, right? But me, while I'm prompting my ass, my pull of paper is like computer literate, right? So like, okay, yeah, it really is, seriously. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get this, you know, it's like going on 16 and a half minutes right now. So anyway, yeah, hopefully you'll get those. I know you got one of the videos I sent you. It's about 3.5, 4 minutes long, I think. In any case, I shouldn't have any problem like being, you know, presented any limit on like attaching files in video format, like predominantly, and probably at this point, since I like really like gave a crap about like, you know, seriously at least sending and getting some like contact going. So anyway, yeah. So anyway. Yeah, anyway, yeah. So that's good. So hopefully there won't be an issue when I like really get beyond like, you know, the technical difficulty thing, right? But, you know, maybe I might, you know, maybe, I don't know. Is it the color coordination, the interior? I mean, is it the interior, the color arrangement? I mean, you know, maybe a more presentable, welcoming color. Maybe a pastel to complement like the computer literate commercial paper while I'm prompting my ass thing, and maybe a pastel, right? Yeah, that's like really cool. Yeah, hey, that's like smart paper, right? Yeah, talk to you later, huh?